I just did my CHECKRIDE oral yesterday, and we had to discontinue for family reasons, but I figured I passed with flying colors, so I figured I'd show you everything that's in my binder and everything I brought with me. So the binder that I brought with me is this big, thick, it's got a band on it, but I did my best to tab everything out. So he sent me a checklist that I printed out and brought with me. I even wrote on this part, because this is where I put all of the documents that I needed for the inspections. I even wrote it on here with the inspections. You can kind of see it. I have the annual, which also has our ELT. I tabbed out which sections are which because I made copies of the logbooks. I have the ADs as well. We actually had to grab these from the maintenance place. Did the same thing with the 100-hour inspection. Tabbed out which ones were which. Transponder inspection, we don't have a VO or anything. And then I did the same thing with all of the documents for this section as well, for like anything related to aero. So the registration, I even tabbed out, like, you know, the expiration and stuff like that. I did the weight and balance as well with the other half. I brought a copy of my IACRA application, my medical certificate. This is the test exam report that I got when I did my written. The certification or the completion, the endorsement to take the written. My personal minimums. These I actually wrote when I was only like 20 or 30 hours in, so they needed to be adjusted, but I brought them with me anyway. Some extra, nav logs and stuff to do flight plans if you had any questions for that. He gave me a scenario for weight and balance with a couple of friends and a flight scenario, so I did the weight and balance for that. I even did a second one because I shifted the passengers around, which he really liked, the fact that I could show that I can adjust the CG based on passenger weight. The nav log. This is the weight and balance for me and the DPE that was doing my CHECKRIDE. Although we didn't fly, I still wanted the weight and balance for me and him. I have some extra parts that were going to be for notes, but I never had any notes for this. Some extra weight and balance forms. And then all the stuff I printed out. So I actually printed out 2 checklists in case he wanted one, or so that I could reference them because it's got our V-speeds and stuff on it. And emergency scenarios. So if he gave me emergency scenarios, I could reference this. So I brought 2 of these with me, printed these out. I actually even printed out the type certificate data sheet for the 172. And apparently, according to him, I'm the only person to have printed this out and bring it to my CHECKRIDE that he has conducted. He really liked the fact that I had this type certificate data sheet with me. And if your DB goes over 91.213, this can actually be fairly important. I printed out the entire ACS, and I tabbed out even the sections that I missed on the written. So I knew which ones to go over. I even made notes for some of these sections. He actually really liked this as well. And the entire POH for the airplane. I went online and found the exact same one the school uses. I printed it out, and I even tabbed it out for everything that's usually asked, like the type of engine that's in it, oil capacity, fuel. I tabbed all of this out. So, like I said, I just did this the other day, and the DP really liked it. So if you get the opportunity, you get the chance to print out all the documents that you can, tab out everything. If you want to see all of the different documentation, different books, and different resources I brought with me, let me know, and I'll make a video on that as well. I brought every single thing related to aviation that I've been studying that I could find. So he really liked that, and quite honestly, it made my oral portion so much easier. Now all I have to do is the flight portion, and he's going to get back with me to schedule. I'm number 4 in line. So there's a couple other people that also had to discontinue because of weather. I had to discontinue for family reasons, but yeah, that's it. So I hope you find that helpful. And like I said, type certificate data sheet. If you want to impress your DP, it's kind of cool to reference and be like, hey, look, I even printed this out. So, but to be fair, I printed all this out at work. So the more you know. Hope it helps.